This is the render review for Blender Challenge 22 Haunted Hospital. And in terms of the inspiration for this, I think I was just browsing the internet and I saw this really nice image down a hallway of some kind of like a mental institute or something like that. And I thought, I really want to do something like that. And maybe the guys and gals on the Discord would also be interested in doing this as a challenge. So that's where it all started. I'm going to show you the images now, the participants, and then I'll show you some of my renders. Some people don't get a chance to finish these things because they're busy at work or at school, or they have other lives other than just Blender, if you can believe that. So the first few ones are partially finished projects, but I mean, this is really cool. You would think that this would be neat to finish. A really nice curved corridor, whatever, that's got that orangey red kind of glow, those lights above. So I think that's really a neat image. And then when you're doing a challenge, and I've always said that you could just submit one object that's related to the challenge. So this could be it. But I know this person wanted to do a scene, and sometimes you just cannot do all the parts of a scene. But I mean, this is beautiful modeling. This tray, specimen tray or whatever exactly. I mean, if you just look at how smooth this is, the handle and the lip of this, and the indentation. So, and of course the texturing. So I mean, this is some really nice work. So I'm not surprised sometimes when people can't finish, because the work that they are doing takes time. All right, so this person has submitted a few images. Here's a nice lab cart. And this person, I think, was inspired by One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that old Jack Nicholson and other people movie, and wanted to do something from that, and just did not have time to finish it. But you can see some instrument panel here with some knobs and gauges and stuff. So again, it's very good modeling, and it takes time to do these things, time and commitment, and not everybody has that. However, once again, if you are watching this and you were thinking about being in one of the challenges, if you were to take just this piece of equipment and model it and texture it to completion and render it and have it connected to the challenge, that would be okay. We all understand that we don't all have that much time. All right. Anyways, there's a couple of pieces here. So there's that instrument there with the microphone laying on the stretcher. And it's too bad that it wasn't finished. This is another person who did not have a chance to finish it, but managed to model a really nice hospital bed. And it looks like, I mean, the metal texture, the hospital kind of, I don't know if that's some kind of hard plastic, I'm not sure the material, and what looks like the fabric here looks very convincing. All right, set in this stark room. So yeah, again, too bad that they couldn't finish it for whatever reason, but I appreciate the fact that they still submitted something for the challenge, and I know that you enjoy seeing it as well. All right, and here is another one that was not finished but was going for that gloomy sort of look. That view when you've got something really close in the foreground, I guess that's what the term foreground is for, and then something in the distance, and it looks, I can't quite make it out because of the blurriness, but it looks like there's a stairwell here, some stairs going up at the exit. So again, a very moody beginning to this scene. All right, so here are some completed renders of the haunted hospital. I'll just let you take that in for a moment. We've got some kind of a hospital ward with multiple patients here, with lots of degradation and damage and dirt as evident in the textures. All right, because the modeling itself, as I guess I've learned over the years, is not that difficult once you know your software quite well and you know what you need to do. That's not to belittle any of the modeling in this or in any of them. But what brings it to the next level is the texturing, and that's where a lot of people struggle. There are a lot of great tutorials out there, and I've done a little bit. I haven't done that much, but this person obviously is not suffering from any of that problem, from the dirt on the lights and on the ceiling, to the fabric with the folds and the linen as well. So it's sad that it really does take so much to get a nice image. And I know a lot of people that have come to my channel and talked about the frustrations they're having. It's one thing to not master, but to get good enough at the modeling, and then you've got the texturing, you've got the rendering, and never mind animations, or never mind organic modeling, whatever. So yeah, just I think people need to be reasonable, have reasonable expectations. I know a lot of people talk to me about wanting to be in the games industry and kind of jumping in, and it just takes time. It takes time and commitment and practice and exposure and experience in a number of areas. And so I do what I can to help out in the modeling and texturing to some extent area. And beyond that, I couldn't help. But I'm happy to help if I can. But just you need to be realistic and not expect to do work like this and some of the others you're going to see right off the bat. It's going to take time. All right, anyways, that's my little speech. So different angles here. We've got some, I guess we got a rodent infestation. Looks like a wheelchair back there and some open cupboards and stuff. Well, you know, with a lot of mist. I don't think the air is very breathable in there. I feel like you're going to take a breath and there are germs in the air. And that's what's scary about the haunted hospital as well. And another view. All right, so just really quality work going on, and I'm sure there are things that I'm missing, stuff on the floor. Maybe the floor is wet here with reflections. I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, very nice. Haunted hospital again. So here's another one, and we got a character back here, I see, and we've got a lot of debris all over the place, and that also makes an image. I know when I first started out, I would just model the scene and everything would be in its place. And I didn't realize the importance of disarray. I mean, just look around your house or your apartment or wherever you are, and you'll see that things are not straight, angles are not 90 degrees, the walls are chipped, the carpet is dirty, etc., etc. So here we have a number of models of a bed with you can see the bed frame. We got the mattress. You can even see, you know, look at the pattern on the mattress. Okay, all these things make a difference, and the way the wood is placed. And it takes time and vision to do that. We've got this walker over here and a wheelchair over there. You know, it all takes a lot of time and planning to do these things, but this is also really, really nice, all the way to the damage on the ceilings and the way these curved bars come out, I guess, for curtains that are over here. There's some curtains there, there's curtains there. This one's ripped down and long gone. Okay? And the style of the lights too that fit this scene, and then of course the lighting coming in, the god rays, the mist that you see here. Okay, there's a couple of other images. So that's another thing I wanted to mention, is that people are not just submitting one render to this. They're submitting multiple renders, and that's fine as well. You know, because it's hard to see everything you want to showcase in one image. All right, now I'm just looking at this and noticing that this guy is in a separate hallway that seems to go down there. I know he's going around causing trouble with the patients, going from room to room. But yeah, I mean, the dirt on the floor is just great little pieces of wheelchairs and stuff all over the place. So yeah, it's a haunted hospital, and that is what you'd expect, as well as an eerie view outside. All right, and one more showing a low down to the ground view of this. Okay, the concrete with the wood coming through. It's you know, it's perfectly matched to what it should be, if that makes sense. All right, another hospital corridor scene. I really love these style ones, even old sort of retro ones. This reminds me of that. I don't know why. I think it's the doors. I like that look. Anyhow, we've got a low-down view with a tiled, checkered floor with some broken. I think this is probably glass. It could look almost like newspaper pieces, but I think it would probably be glass, with some very interesting lighting. You know, so that you can't see it too well. It's mysterious. You have a little little area in here, maybe another hallway. Wheelchairs with, the red material to stand out against this. It just looks great. And these doors with the glass, so it's textured again really nicely and lit really nicely. I think I have another couple views of this one with different things. I'm not sure what this is right here. I'm not sure if it's dirt and blood. Oh, a handprint there. So I might be missing that or whatever. Very cool. I see it over here. You know what? Often people, when they post these things, they give a little bit of a backstory. And I read it, and then I read so many of them, I sometimes forget. This might be some kind of, I want to say a monster. I don't know what other term, ghost thing that is infesting, attacking this hospital. I could be wrong. All right, it's just that's the feeling I get from it, and if that's the case, then I'm happy to go with that, because that makes it all the more cooler, in my opinion. But I do love these corridor scenes. I love this dark kind of theme. Very cool. Wow. Just let you take that in. What I like about this so much is the angle. Okay, that sets you off right away, right? When you see things like this. So often I would do my renders, straight down the corridor and go, what's missing? Why am I not getting that sense of dread or fear or uneasiness? And this is how you get it. You tilted the camera a little bit. You've got the light coming in from the other end. I don't know if this is, you're going towards the light, you're going to the other side type thing. But even this old grainy kind of style, makes this very stylistic. All right. So the modeling, of course, is going to be great in this. It looks like a photograph, doesn't it? It looks real. And that's the idea with the modeling. I mean, if you're going down that road and trying to make it look realistic as opposed to, crazy dimensions because it's cartoony, that's fine too. But yeah, I mean, the modeling is all there. I mean, look at the floor. It's this beautiful, shiny, tiled floor. The sizes of the tiles look reasonable compared to the size of the walls and the height and all of that stuff is all part of it. And then, of course, the artistic design on this. So let's see. And I think maybe this person was slightly inspired by what I was doing in terms of the windows here. If those are windows, I believe those are, and the door and stuff like that. So I always like to see how people adapt what I am doing in my video series to their own purpose. That's very impressive. All right, so there are other images of this, and I'm just going to look closely at this one to see. I mean, I even see some dirt on the floor. I see some bump or height. I like these chairs. I like how they were done. Okay, and it makes me wonder, what am I going to find down the hallway? So just a different look to this. And here's another one as well. Because now in this one, we can see some medical equipment that you would find in the hallway. I like this. That's very cool. I love the glow around that and the glowing buttons. And then that going up. It's very cool. Something going on here, eh? A bit of a panel off with some light. You see that all the little details that you might not even see, but give you the feeling of something going on. Yeah, I keep saying very cool, and it is really nice. So this is based off, I guess, what I was doing, and that's really how these challenges kind of started. I kind of would say, okay, so follow along with me and let's model this or that. If you go back to Blender Challenge 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. And that's how it went, and that was my original plan, and then people started to just do their own thing. But in this case, we've stayed relatively true to my original goal, which was, okay, let's do a theme of haunted hospital. You can do whatever you want, but this is what I'm going to do, and please feel free to follow along with me, and then take it in your own direction. And that's what we have here, as you'll see. We have the hallway, we have these windows boarded up, missing some pieces, but this person has done some different design elements. And footprints. I mean, seriously. Oh, I thought that said eggs, but it's 666, of course. This, footprints on the floor with blood and footprints on the wall. But anyways, yeah, using some of the same design stuff, but then putting their own textures. I really like this sort of greenish blue tile work on the side. You get a real sense of its depth, and then how the dirt sort of goes up. Anyways, yeah, and the ceiling, and then you repeat that over there, and then you've got these bloody carts and those back doors. So yeah, I've got a couple of views of this. I always like the low down of the floor ones as well. Look at the blood splots there and over there. I just said splots. And one way up there, you got a hand way up there. That person probably would have to jump to get to there, but I don't know. Just looking, it looks like there's stuff going on in behind as well, almost like lamps, and almost like I see a plant. I'm sure it probably isn't, but that's what I see. This is a different style, and it's an excellent style. And it's made me start to wonder how this person did this. If this is done in a game engine, it looks quite a bit different, and I very much like it. But I know who this is, and I know this person is really good at what they do, and isn't that fantastic? All right. There's no question when you look at this about the modeling. It's completely, I mean, I want to say perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's the closest you can come to it. And then the texturing is phenomenal, and the lighting, and the concept. All right, all the way down to the cobwebs. So, yeah, I mean, look, I've always said that these Blender challenges are open to anyone, and in particular to relative beginners, because I consider myself just somewhat advanced from there. And I'm catering more to that, and that's what I want to do. But people come along and are vital members of the community, and they provide assistance, and they provide inspiration, and are very supportive, and people who are far more skilled than I am. And that's great. That's the way the community works. All right, so let's have another look at some of these. The only thing is, this person is very childish in terms of their drawing. They're not very good artists, really. I'm kidding. Anyways, just beautiful details on everything. Yep. And let's look at another one by them. Uh-oh. You better hide. Yeah. It's just great work. All right. So, yeah, I remember they were working on the wheelchair. A lot of detail goes into that, and then the materials and grunging it up. Spider webs look really good there. This does not look like a very high-class hospital. And I guess this is my stuff. This is what I ended up doing in the video series. This is the hallway, so it should look pretty similar to the other ones, with the broken cart and broken bed, some boarded up windows, and some glass missing here and there, and the big archway doors at the end in psychiatry. And so that's what I did in the video tutorial series. And there are just a couple of views. There's not too many different angles that I can do this at, considering it's just down the hallway. And really, this took me quite a few videos to get to this point as well, anyhow. But I do have some textures in there. We got some blood. We got some dirt and grime, and a lot of modeling. You even have some wheels that are levitating off the ground. So, and this is all done in Eevee for me, so I tend to be using Eevee almost all the time. So the shadows might seem a little bit odd, but I like this kind of look, and I don't even care if the shadows seem a bit wrong. It's just because I like that look, and it's just a darker view. All right, so that is Haunted Hospital, and I do appreciate everybody who participated in that. And believe it or not, we are already in Blender Challenge 23, which has got a medieval theme, and I've been doing a video series on that, and I am actually done my part. And other people have been posting whips and final renders, and I think we have about a week left in that challenge. So once that's all done, I will showcase what everyone did in another render review. All right, so that's Blender Challenge 23, almost done. And we'll be coming up on Blender Challenge 24. Hopefully you will tune in for my series of modeling on that. and what everybody else comes up with. And hopefully you'll participate as well. I'll give you info as we go along. All right, take care.